Faith has a new frequency. The Spirit of Huntsville. KHSPLP, Huntsville, Texas. Spirit 94.3.
Hi, this is Braylon. You are listening to Fear Radio. God bless you.
All right, everybody, welcome in as we get rocking and rolling here on another episode of Good Morning. Well, that really sounded East Texas-y. Good morning, Huntsville. Welcome in, everybody, today. I'm proud to be in East Texas. Hey, shout out to our friends in New Waverly. I was in Crockett last night, and our kids there, boy, they made it 3 rounds in the playoff. They were not able to overcome the Westwood Panthers out of Palestine, but a successful season. So I wanted to give a shout out. Even though it's New Waverly, there's a lot of folks in Huntsville that their children go there, they work there, and so I wanted to start this morning with a little gratitude towards those kids. We are here. We want to welcome you in as we get rocking and rolling again on another episode of Good Morning Huntsville. It's always a joy and privilege to be able to come to you over the airwaves in our first segment here on Spirit 94.3. And, hey, if you're out there already, let us know what you're thankful for. We always like to start the show with a little gratitude this morning. Many of you are already on social media chiming in. And if you're on the radio airwaves this morning, you can text us. Don't do it while you're driving, but maybe you're at work right now and maybe you're at home still. You can text us 936-339-0139. Again, that number is 936-339-0139. Well, today it's an exciting day. I've been waiting for a little bit to talk to some great friends that are joining us. I'll bring them on here in just a second. Amy Wilson and John Jordan from Sam Houston State University. They're joining us to discuss community partnerships and student support at the university. And in 3, 2, 1, good morning, guys. Good to see you. There's the camera. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
So,
not sure where the camera is. Hi.
Yeah. It's floating around. So, John Jordan joining us, the Associate Vice President for Enrollment Services. John, good to have you on today.
Thanks, glad for having me.
You bet.
Appreciate it.
I'm going to hire you part-time, too, to do some voice work for you.
Let's go.
He's got a good voice for it, Amy. So,
he does.
Yeah.
He does.
And Amy Wilson, the Director of Financial Aid and Scholarships, with us as well. Amy, good to see you this morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
You bet. You know, it was really neat this morning because Emily Boniti was here, and she and I have been emailing for years. And we may have crossed paths 1 or 2 times, but it's one of those like in passing and you don't really remember. And we gave each other a hug and said, it's finally nice to meet each other in person.
Happens all the time around town, including the university. I've met with people in meetings that's like, hey, are you? You are. And it's one of those conversations you finally get to meet people. And it's just like, hey, I've been talking to you like 2-3 years. And it's nice to actually meet people in person for a change.
Yeah. Well, the university is a nonprofit, and we wanted to definitely highlight the great work that Sam Houston State continues to do. I always say this. We are so blessed to live in a community. And you think about the population of Huntsville. You know, in standards, it's a medium-sized town. I would say I came from Georgetown, and that to me was a small town that blossomed very large, and over 100,000 people. To me, that was really big. But here we are in East Texas, in this niche of the Lone Star State, a very nice niche in between Dallas and Houston, more favorably towards Houston. But we have such an awesome, amazing university at the Division I level right here in our community. And I always want to remind folks, anytime we talk about Sam Houston State, do not ever take for granted the education and the resources that we have in this community and throughout East Texas. You know, you think about Conroe and the other areas that the university has an impact. Amy, it is really cool to think about that footprint that the university has and the difference that it's making right here in our community and throughout the East Texas.
Absolutely. And I come from a small community in Centerville, just north of Huntsville, and I came to college here in 2005 and never left. So I got both degrees here and now employed at Sam Houston, and I love it. I love the community. I love the university. And so I think it's a great place.
Well, before we dig in, I know I've got some things that definitely want to chat with you guys about, but I like to just get to know you a little bit. And so, Amy, I'll keep the conversation with you. You already mentioned going to Sam Houston State, growing up just up the road a little ways. Maybe let us know just a little bit more about you this morning, if you don't mind, and kind of that journey and how you got to Sam and how the job started and all those things, if you don't mind.
Sure. So I'm a second-generation Bearcat. My dad went to to Sam Houston State University and got his degrees, bachelor's and master's from Sam Houston, and he taught ag for 49 years before retiring the first time. So I began my journey at Sam Houston to do the same thing. I did leave for about 6 months and taught and discovered quickly that was not the journey for me. I found my way back to Sam Houston doing scholarships at Sam Houston State University and worked my way up in the financial aid office from there and now director. And so I am very passionate about what I do. I went to school on scholarships, so I know what a difference that can make and what a possible avenue that is for students, especially in rural communities. You just have to reach out and find the resources. And that's what we're here for, is to help students find those resources.
Yeah. Well, John, kind of the same question for you. Kind of talk about a little bit about your journey.
Well, I'm a local boy. I'm from Huntsville, so born and raised here. So talking about small East Texas city, yeah, that's Huntsville.
Yeah.
But I went to Sam Houston as well. So did my parents, so did my grandparents. So I'm one of those folks who's just stayed at Sam the entire time. I have left, but only for vacations, then come back because this is home. And that's one of the things that we want to focus on, is the fact that this is a community. And it's not just our community in just Huntsville, but it's also the surrounding areas. So one of the things that we've been working for is kind of redefining local, because our friends and family are not just Huntsville. They're Walker County, and they're the few counties that surround Walker County.
Yeah, Montgomery County and those folks too.
Exactly. So we've got to make sure that when we look at family and community at Sam Houston, we're actually pitching that exact same thing. So it's not just Huntsville. It's all of us, because we're all connected. We all work in the same cities. Most of us have traveled to these other counties to work at the same time. So we want to basically project that image, that community connection for everybody. And that's what we're doing right now with a lot of our scholarships and our outreach opportunities.
You know, as I think about the opportunities and for students, you know, especially, it's great to have the financial support. You know, I was taking some online classes at a seminary, and even at 40, now 41, I needed scholarships, and they made a huge difference. There's an opportunity, I believe, for everyone at Sam Houston State University. That's one thing that makes it really unique, that if you're willing to put in the work, there's a good chance that you're going to have an opportunity to get in at Sam. And there's so many different avenues that students can go through now. It's no longer just the school for criminal justice or just the school for teaching. All those are very important. In fact, we have a young man that helps us on this program Tuesdays and Thursdays. He's from Lebanon. They went on Google and searched. He wanted to do criminal justice. And what popped up in Lebanon? Sam Houston State.
That's right.
He and his whole family moved here to be at the, and then he changed his degree to mass comm. His parents like, what did you move this for? But Emily, maybe highlight a little bit more, and I've got some other questions, of course, but I just kind of wanted to go off the cusp on that one, because there is so many opportunities for students right here at Sam Houston State.
There are, and one of the new initiatives that we stood up is our SHSU local scholarship that John was talking about. And that for students entering fall 26 is a $1,000 scholarship, and it is renewable for 3 additional years. So it's an opportunity for students to make higher education possible where it might not have been. Another thing that we did this year that we're really excited about and to celebrate is we extended our Bearcat Promise to families who, it was previously $40,000 family income in their household. We increased that to $100,000. And so we were able to pick up 46% more students and create an opportunity for students to attend. And so that Promise program is the guarantee to cover 15 hours of mandatory tuition and fees for students, and it is a renewable promise. There are conditions that have to be met, like we want you to be successful and keep up your grades and attend full time. But that's an avenue that makes college possible where it might not have been an option before. But a lot of those things are, it's crucial to know when applications are opening, whether it's at Sam Houston or just external scholarships in general. Know when applications are opening, know when they're due, so that you can get your name in the hat early, because in a lot of cases, it's the early bird gets the worm game.
There is a lot, and I'll go back to more of the financial aid. You answered some of the questions I had already was about to ask, so you and I are on the same wavelength this morning.
That's scary.
But John, I wanted to ask you this. You know, we're in the middle of obviously high school season, baseball season about to get started, basketball season wrapping up. There's still a lot of school left, and you know, you think about this time of the year, and a lot of high school students are thinking about what's next. So here we are in kind of this critical window between now and commencement, which that was a long time ago for me. It doesn't seem like it, but it's getting farther and farther along. But as you think about that, you know, why is that such a critical window right now for maybe a student that's saying, you know, I want to enroll at Sam Houston State? Why should they start thinking about that now, and why is that window so important right now?
Well, the window is important right now because it's still open, right? So it's not closed. You still have that opportunity. I mean, don't be like me who applied for school in August before I started classes in August, right? Because that was all kinds of stress, all kinds of worries. My family was just basically throwing their hands up going, you know, we're done with this guy. And the entire point is you have the time. You don't need to stress out. You don't need to worry. Your family doesn't need to worry. And you can go ahead and apply. The turnaround's a couple weeks. We get your transcripts in, all that kind of good stuff. And you can apply for scholarships. Now, as Amy did point out, everybody gets the worm. We've already had several scholarships go out, but we always still have some funds out there. So always still apply. Same thing with Bearcat Promise. Same thing with local. Or if you're a transfer student, same thing with transfer students. We have transfer scholarships available to those students to come to Sam Houston. So if you're just down the road in Lone Star, you can come on in, no problem. So the window is open. The great thing is also you get the opportunity to still come to campus. You can take a tour. We have Saturdays at Sam this weekend on the 7th. You can still register for it. It's not closed. You can come meet the academic departments, meet faculty, meet all the different student orgs that are going to show up, the student support programs that show up. And you can kind of get the culture at Sam Houston and learn more about what it means to be a Bearcat.
Yeah, that's great. And probably if you're walking around, you'll probably see Dr. White because she's always around engaging with students.
She is.
More than likely, you'll run into Tony Kulak. I see Tony around quite a bit.
Tony will be there for sure, actually, this Saturday.
Yes.
So
It's like he better be there.
Yes.
Well, I think about just how important education is, and a lot of times, Amy, financial aid that scares people.
It does.
For me, when I started taking online classes for seminary, it was a scary time for me. Here I am, 40, 41. I'm trying to figure out the next step. I can only imagine what even a younger person, because as you get older, you kind of get a little bit of a benefit of something called a non-traditional student. But go now, young people. Do not wait like me. Go now, enroll now. But maybe walk us through that process. What does that financial aid process look like? Maybe there's a parent watching, or even a guardian or a grandparent that's taking care of a child that they're getting ready to go into school, and they're worried about it. What would you say? How does that process work?
It can be very intimidating. The FAFSA is it's not as lengthy of a process as it used to be. They made a lot of revisions to it a few years ago. And so it's a simpler process, and it doesn't drill so much down into the ins and outs of a student's situation. A lot of families don't think they qualify for financial aid. Everyone qualifies for financial aid. It may not be specific to Pell Grant, but everyone is eligible for some type of federal assistance. And so it's definitely encouraged to do that. If there is any question about what do I need to do or how do I go about the first steps, we're happy to walk anyone and everyone through that. Especially our first generation students, the process can be very intimidating. We have a first gen center that is a great support once students are on campus, but we are happy to work with those families and any family in general to help navigate that application. We have FAFSA workshops that we host at different high schools. So I believe we've been at Huntsville High School. We will go back to Huntsville High School. We have several connections there, and so we assist on a regular basis there. We have a lot of staff that work at New Waverly in different areas, and so it's very easy to get into the schools and assist students with that process. And like I said, if there's anything along the way where a student gets confused or a parent gets confused about what do I need to do now, we are happy to guide them through that. Once the FAFSA is submitted, there's can be a more cumbersome process called verification, where we just need to collect tax information just to verify their eligibility. And then we'll move on from there. But it's fairly simple. It's a lot simpler than it used to be, for sure. And like I said, give us a call. We're happy to help guide anyone through that process. We can do it via Zoom. We can do it over the phone. We're happy to come into your classroom.
Heard the phrase back in the day that it's a simple phrase. You don't know if you don't try. And
That's
so
right.
maybe
100%.
there's somebody that's saying, I don't think I'm going to qualify for FAFSA or these grants. Why should they still apply anyways? I think it goes back to what I just said, right?
So, and what I have told people when I started in the scholarship role at Sam Houston was, what are they going to tell you? No, it's worth a shot. And thankfully, my mom spent many a nights when I was in high school as a senior completing scholarship applications with me, because it was that same thought. Apply for everything. We applied for Coca-Cola scholarships. We applied for everything under the sun, because what are they going to tell you? No. But if you get 500 here or 500 there, all of that begins to add up, and it helps make that educational journey more possible. So I definitely encourage everyone to apply.
I want to bring John back into the conversation, as we continue to talk here this morning. John Jordan joining us along with Amy. Appreciate y'all for being here. You think about okay, we've went through the process, we may need a little extra help. What kind of support may be there for these students once they arrive or once they get on campus?
So what great thing about Sam Houston is that we kind of support basically everything you can think of. So engagement's a huge point on campus. So most of our students have questions and concerns about, will I meet friends? Will I meet people I can talk to, people like me? And the answer is yes. If you get out of your dorm room, then yes, you will actually meet people like you or people who will actually challenge you, make you look at things in a different way through our over 240 different student orgs on campus. If you're looking for more professional components, we have the Academic Success Center. We've got embedded tuners. We've got mentoring from peers on campus. We've got faculty mentoring programs on campus. If you name it, we pretty much have some way of helping you out with it. Now, the central point of all that is you've got to ask, right? You can't just kind of wait for somebody to come to you and say, hey, I've got this for you, because we don't know, right? If you're not talking to us, we can't actually help you out with that information. So we need you to talk. Talk to your faculty members. They can refer you to services. Talk to your friends in class. Talk to people off campus. Talk to the custodial staff. They're some of the most informed people on this campus, and I love them. Hi, guys. Y'all are amazing people, and they actually talk to students sometimes in more, shall we say, real speak than some of the other people on campus because they themselves know their parents, their kids have gone through the process. So we have services. To the financial component, we've got payment plans. So I've heard students left and right and parents say, I can't afford it up front. You don't have to. There are payment plans in place. It's just 10% up front, and then you get small monthly fees at that point until the semester's over. It's manageable. It's easy. Literally, it's an online form. You fill it out, and a few seconds later, you're enrolled. It's that simple. We have the Student Money Management, which is an award-winning center that actually is under financial aid. Props to them. And basically what they do is they sit down with students and say, hey, here's how budgets work. Here's how you can apply for a credit card if you need to, preferably don't. Or how you can set up a bank account, because a lot of our students don't even know how to do that. So they'll walk them through all those financial components and even pitch out different ideas about, have you looked into these options?
You mentioned something so important, John, about, just get out. Get out. If you're a student, get out. And I know sometimes it's hard because, especially if you don't like to be around a lot of people, everybody has different personalities. But it's, as you said, you can talk to a custodial staff. You can talk to somebody in the library. Some of my best friends growing up, I still talk to this day. It was my 9th grade librarian, Robin Morrow, and also my nurse, Mary McKenna. I still talk to them. I still talk to my kindergarten teacher. They were close friends to me as a child. And because I was nervous talking around my peers for whatever reason growing up. Now I can't be quiet, but back then I was nervous. And they made such an investment in me. And my marketing teacher, Diane Wettig, I still talk to all of these people because they made such an investment. So I want to encourage a young person, or maybe you're a parent of a young person, encourage your child just to latch on to somebody, and they're going to guide them. It's like in business. I heard one time a business had joined a professional organization. They said, well, I never got anything out of that organization. I said, brother, in all seriousness, I've never even seen you at any of the events. You can pay a membership fee, but if you're not at the events, then we don't know who you are.
Active, yeah.
And it doesn't mean you got to go to everything, just like at the university. There's a million things to do, but just go to one thing. Pick one thing and start there, and the door will open up. Amy, as we continue to talk, of course, deadlines are always a fun thing, especially in the professional world. You and I and John, we all know about fun deadlines. But there are specific deadlines when it comes to financial aid and those things. You've kind of segued into some of that a little bit earlier, but what are some of those deadlines as we're quickly approaching the enrollment period?
So priority date for the FAFSA was actually March 1st, so it was this past Sunday. However, the application is still open and you are still eligible to receive financial aid, because in many cases, if students that we've awarded don't accept their aid, we'll be pulling that money back in May and then revisiting basically the second priority group. And so there is still a chance that you could get some grant money added to your financial aid offer if you've received that already, or if you're going to be receiving it in the next few weeks or months. And so that opportunity still exists, but it is important to know when those priority dates are. And it's not truly a cutoff for the FAFSA that's the 26-27 FAFSA until like next June. So it's still open in case students want to complete the application at any point during the year. One thing we do say is if you've been awarded financial aid or scholarships, including grants and everything, and you're undecided accept that aid, because if you don't, and it comes time for us to revisit and pull money back, you could lose that opportunity. And then if you're like Dr. Jordan and you make a decision late in the year and come in August, that grant money may be off the table at that point. And so if you're undecided and you've got offers, even at multiple institutions, there's nothing preventing you from accepting that. We want you to, try to lock in that offer.
We're talking with Amy Wilson, Director of Financial Aid and Scholarships, Dr. John Jordan, Associate Vice President for Enrollment Services. And Amy, I wanted to stay with you just on another question. As I was thinking about a few things, you mentioned earlier about that help. Where can people specifically go? Is there a number they call? Is there the website? You mentioned the Zoom meetings. You talked about that a little bit earlier, but I just kind of wanted to circle back on that. Where do people go? How easy is it?
Absolutely. So our phone number is 936-294-1774, and that's to the financial aid office. I have a staff of about 40 ready and willing to assist you.
40.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
So there are plenty of people.
There are plenty of people. We have a counseling team that is active in our outreach. They are the ones that are more the boots on the ground and go out and do the workshops for high schools and students. And so they can also be the ones, when you call, if you need further assistance than what we're able to provide over the phone, they would be the ones to gladly set up that Zoom meeting and work with you, screen share if necessary. That's the benefit of Zoom. COVID has taught us that, if nothing else. And so there's benefits to connecting with those folks. Once on campus, I do want to highlight, as John kind of led in with our student money management team, once a student is on campus, if they're needing additional resources, experiencing housing insecurities, food insecurities, those folks are phenomenal at finding those resources. They have emergency food kits. They are connected with the SHSU food pantry, which also assists students on campus. We have even partnered with the Houston Food Bank, who comes every second and fourth Wednesday.
Yeah.
And they set up in our office to assist students with signing up for SNAP benefits if necessary. So there are multiple avenues. We do not want a student to go without. And so just like John said, we don't know you need help if you don't come to us or say something to someone, but we have multiple resources available. So students and families can contact us. We're happy to walk them through the process, get them connected with somebody, or be where we need to be.
Awesome. I'm going to say Dr. Jordan because you said it a while ago. So, Dr. Jordan.
He gets on me for not calling him John, but it's a habit.
Okay. My dad always said you call someone by their official title unless they tell you otherwise.
Please call me John.
Same.
Thank you.
Okay, John.
And he'll tell me all the time, John, it's John.
All right. Dad, God rest his soul, Dad, he's given me permission. So, John.
100%. He's good. We're good. All right.
Hey, so John, we mentioned this earlier, the Saturdays at SAM coming up. Such a fun event. I know Tony's heavily, obviously, involved with that. That's kind of his deal. What does that look like, for somebody? It's a great opportunity to learn more about the university, maybe highlight what folks can expect and why a potential student should come this Saturday.
So it is a great opportunity. We do it both fall and spring. And how it works is basically we start early in the morning for check-in. It's 7:45. The line actually forms before then. But what we do is we have a kind of quick opener session, introduction to Sam Houston. Here's what admissions does. Here's what financial aid does. And then we break out into the academic departments. So students get the opportunity to go and see different sessions from a variety of different academic programming on campus. So we have faculty, we have department chairs who lead those programs. The academic deans there who are over a lot of different programs are all there to actually meet and greet and talk to students about not only, hey, Sam Houston's awesome, but also check out our program. Here's what you can do with it as a career. Here's how we got here, and actually give students that perspective about what their college life could look like as they come to Sam Houston. Then we also have the opportunity for the tabling events where we have various different student organs showing up. So they can talk about like the Greek societies who show up and say, hey, come talk to us. Here's what we do. Or the various different student clubs. They'll show up and say, hey, here's what we do here. Come check us out when you come to Sam Houston in the fall. We also have the support services there that you were just asking about. So you'll see groups like the ASC, their location. You'll find financial aid there on location. And various different offices that are more for student-facing and that front-facing component. So that way a student starts making those connections now rather than filling out paperwork and kind of feeling disconnected. We want them to have somebody. We want them to meet somebody and say, hey, I met Amy Wilson at Saturdays at Sam. Or I met Ace Thomas at Saturdays at Sam, or Tony Kulak. So if I see them on campus, I can say, excuse me, I have a question.
Remember me?
And they will gladly answer.
They
I
will
can say
100%
they will. Yeah.
answer. And honestly, we love doing that. That's one of the great things at Sam Houston is that connection. Our faculty members thrive on it. They want that. It's one of the things that they report time and time again that they want more of, better connection with students. The students say the same thing. Now, I do want to point out, the students also say they do already have connections with faculty, and so do the faculty members, but they want more.
Yeah.
That growth, that expansion, that constant networking and mentorship. Everybody seems to thrive on that, so we want to kind of bolster it more, make it better for everyone.
Yeah, that's so good. You know, again, we are so tremendously blessed to have Sam Houston State right here in our backyard. Take advantage of the resources that are available. You think about all the different career paths, and now with, you know, the whole medical side of things starting to come into the university now, that has been huge. And you still have the powerhouse criminal justice programs and the teaching programs and sports medicine. I mean, anything that you can think of. Probably even building a rocket now is built into there somewhere, you know, or if not, there's precursors to it.
At least the foundation.
Yeah, the foundation is there. But connect with these folks, friends. I want to encourage you. And if you've got a student that is interested, remotely interested, be a part of the Saturdays at Sam. My niece went to that, and you know, it was a cool opportunity to learn more about the university. And so, before we wrap up, just Amy, maybe any final comments from you? It's been a fun morning. I'd love for you guys to come back on, you know, 6 months and give us some updates. Y'all are welcome anytime.
Yes. Yeah, I would love to come back in the fall is when our applications will open. So September. If you are a high school junior right now, this is the time to start planning. So our scholarship application will open in September 1st, and the FAFSA for the fall 27 cycle will open October 1. And so I would love to come back at that point and really boost the encouragement to apply early on.
Yeah, John, from you, any final comments? I'm so glad you're here, and I am going to hire you part time, you know, on a retainer to do some voice work for me, my friend.
I appreciate that, and we'll talk contract later. But yeah, final statements is the entire point is the windows are open, the doors are open, and as you go through higher ed, and not just Sam Houston. So if you don't go to Sam Houston, that's fine. We won't think that much less of you. But the entire point is further yourself, right? Develop yourself further. And at Sam Houston, our entire motto is the measure of its life is its service.
Yeah.
And we actually do believe that. That's not just lip service. We're actually living it every single day in our classrooms, in our offices, faculty, staff, student, it doesn't matter. So if you want that environment, come to Sam Houston. We got you.
You know, it's funny you just said the motto because I was about to say it right after you. I was thinking of the Rotary Club, and our motto is service above self. And I was about to say, you know, Sam Houston's motto is a measure of a life is its service. And you think about what we're called to do on this earth, and I truthfully believe is to serve others. And Sam Houston State is doing such a tremendous job, and it's because of educators such as yourself and the leadership all the way down. You think of everyone that's a part of the university. When I had the privilege to call games, I would see it firsthand from the very top all the way to the folks who were cleaning up the facilities. Everyone just enjoyed being there. There was a guy that was over IT that I still talk to this day. He moved on to go work up in Dallas, and now he's back in College Station. He was my first friend it's from Sam, you know, and you'd think being in the athletic world that I would have, you know, became friends with someone in that realm. It was the IT guy. He and I hit Tommy Winder. Tommy and I still talk quite a bit. And he was my first friend at Sam Houston, and then Matt McRobert and I became good friends, and he gave me a football after the national championship that I proudly have in my office at the house. And I think of those folks that still speak so highly of the university and the opportunities that the university has afforded them, and a guy like Matt who's now coaching. You know, it's not all about athletics, and I want to encourage friends. That's a huge driver for any program. There's a lot of excitement around that with Bauer Stadium being renovated. The future is so bright for our university right here in Huntsville, and it has never been a better time than this to just be so proud of Sam Houston, the Bearcats, and everything going on.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys. Come back. Give me some updates. Tomorrow, Phil Longo is going to be hanging out with me in here, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll talk more about Sam Houston tomorrow on the athletic side. But I appreciate y'all, and anything that we can do, let us know. We're here to promote the positive in our community And the university is such a positive asset. And I can't wait. 50 years from now is kind of scary to think about because I'll be 91. But I can't wait till when I'm 91 and see how large the university has grown and how many lives that they've impacted.
That's right. I like it.
Yes.
I like it.
All righty. Well, again, we appreciate the great work today and a great interview with Amy Wilson, the Director of Financial Aid and Scholarships, and John Jordan. Appreciate him as well, the Associate VP for Enrollment Services. Hey, for those of you on Spirit 94.3, we're going to go back to regular music and programming, so stay locked in there. But if you'd like to continue the show, Taylor Chandler is joining me, and we will talk about, well, who knows? We always come up with something. So stay tuned in. We've got a lot more happening. This is your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville, and we are here on a wonderful Wednesday. We'll be right back. Stay with us, please.
Ready for a better way to bank? Join Walker County Federal Credit Union today. As a member, you'll enjoy low-cost loans, no annual fees, and easy online access. We're not just a credit union. We're a community dedicated to your financial success. Experience friendly service tailored for just you. Why wait? Join us online at walkercountyfcu.com or drop by our location at 1802 Normal Park Drive, Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Since 2010, the Oak Ridge Disciple House has helped men break free from addiction, not with quick fixes, but lasting change through Jesus Christ. They've celebrated 167 graduates at Oak Ridge and 138 more at Interfaith with an 80% success rate. That's compared to just 5% in most secular programs. The fact is, Jesus works. And now, celebrating 15 years, they're building their third house in Tennessee and just launched a women's program, Restoration Ranch in Texas. It's all for God's glory. And here's the heart of it. They never turn anyone away for lack of money. In fact, 95% of families receive scholarships. As one person put it, don't talk about it, be about it. Every penny counts. Donate today at oakridgedisciplehouse.com and help change a life forever. The Oak Ridge Disciple House. Online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Real recovery, real hope.
At Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, we're not just a place where children pass the time. We are not a daycare. We are a child care center focused on the growth, learning, and discovery. Every day, children engage in meaningful activities that build confidence, independence, and a love for learning. From reading and math to social and practical life skills, our students are active participants in their development. Ready to give your child something more? Visit tomorrowspromise.info and discover what makes our school different. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Education you can trust.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Hey friend, Rob Hipp here for Elliott's Jewelers. The new year is here, and what a better way to start out the new year than celebrating the moments that matter the most. And you can do that with Elliott's Jewelers here in Huntsville. Whether it's an engagement, an anniversary, a birthday, or maybe just a fresh start, Elliott hand selects every diamond, and he creates meaningful pieces that are designed just for you. There's no crowded showroom, no pressure, just personal attention and jewelry that tells your story. So again, start the new year with something timeless. It's Elliott's Jewelers here in Huntsville by appointment only. Book online at elliotsjewelers.com.
Faith has a new frequency. The Spirit of Huntsville. KHSP-LP, Huntsville, Texas. Spirit 94.3.
Straight up from Ironworks Gym, right after the powerful workout.
I wish.
None other than the TC, Taylor Chandler.
You sound so good.
Welcome in,
You
Taylor.
have such a good radio voice.
Hey, guys. No, I do
Oh,
not.
that was it. You had it and then you lost
I feel
it.
so bad. Taylor, pay for this time, and you had to wait out in the waiting
Hey,
area.
I told you, we were out there talking about the university. It's nice to catch up. I love to talk.
But we could not have folks such as Amy and John from the university if it wasn't for
Walker County Federal Credit Union.
That's right. So thank y'all.
You're welcome.
So even though you weren't here with me on that open,
I'm kind of sad you didn't want my back to the camera.
yeah, I just started thinking I've got it. And in fact, even when Amy and John were talking, it's funny. Do not say doctor.
Oh, okay.
I need another camera here, so it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Wait. Can you do that? Can you do it backwards? Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I need a camera here.
Well, I was gonna ask if you wanted me to scooch it a little, but then I was like, I feel like he's got it perfect the way it is. That if I were to scooch it a little, it would have been.
No, you probably could have. I mean,
but I don't want to mess with your juju system over there.
it's a pretty rudimentary system. I am thankful though. People walk in here they're like, "Wow, this is super professional. All your lighting." And I was like, "Yeah, it's not." I mean, I'm very thankful.
He's like, "Yeah, Amazon."
No, but the reality is, I'm not happy with the lighting in here. We're still tweaking it. I'm not happy with the camera setup.
But you're a perfectionist.
Well, because we serve an excellent God, and so I want to do everything that I can with excellence. See, that's one of my plumb lines in my ministry.
That was really good.
Is that we're supposed to do everything with excellence because we serve an excellent God.
Okay.
So that's just
but
my take on
also,
it.
I think you struggle with people taking compliments and people being like, hey, you're doing a great job.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Okay, you got to stop that.
Don't like it. Because there's always somebody else that's doing better, and I want to recognize that person.
And both can be true. Someone can be doing better than you, and you still be doing a great job.
Yeah, it's okay, but none of that goes with me when I'm adiosed.
Me.
Yeah.
Be happy.
I am happy.
I know. You were probably the most bubbly today, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know what they said to you. I'll have to go back and listen.
Well, what happened was my daughter woke up at 5:15 happy, and it was an easy morning.
Oof.
And I was stressed because I was in Crockett last night, Crockett, Texas, broadcasting New Waverly, which my boys lost last night, but they made a deep run in the playoffs. They finished 3-7 in district, and they got to the third round. That is a successful season.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, they played 4 more games because of
They
the
did
playoffs. They had the play-in game, the first round, the second round, and the third round. They got to play 4 more games in their season, which is cool.
It's weird that you put up a fourth finger when you said the third game.
No, 1, 2. Oh, I don't know. Anyways, maybe you're cross-eyed. I never noticed that.
No, I'm not.
Whoa,
Don't.
that eye is like.
I do not have a lazy eye. Do not give me a complex.
It's like a lizard eye. Did you watch this? Ready? I'm just kidding.
I'm like, oh my God, are my eyes messed
You're
up?
gonna be looking. I'm just kidding.
Now everybody's going to come into my office and they're going to be, hey, if that's what it takes for y'all to look at my lazy eye to come into my office and talk to me.
And get a loan.
Come look at my lazy eyes.
Don't just go in and talk to Taylor. Sign up for something.
I mean, yeah.
For real.
That would be nice.
By the way, support for this program is made possible by Elliot's Jewelers. He's online at elliotsjewelers.com for all your jewelry needs. Go by and see my great friend, Mr. Elliot Herzlich. And, of course, Walker County Federal Credit Union. They are your full-service community credit union serving Walker County since 1957. And our streaming services provided by Huntsville Memorial Hospital here in Huntsville. Appreciate the generous support from all of these folks, especially WCFCU, for helping us to bring this program. You know, we had that segment on the FM because the university is a nonprofit, so we can talk and highlight what they are doing. But as far as like business stuff, we can just mention underwriting. We can't promote. But when we go back to the soch, I'm like, y'all get over to WCFCU and y'all get over there and see Taylor and y'all sign up. And I like to raise my voice.
Well, it's interesting that a lot of the clubs and organizations that Sam Houston has have accounts with us.
Oh, okay.
So originally the credit union started as a teacher's credit union. I may be lying, but I really feel like that's true.
No, it did. I think it started over here, didn't it? Across from the
it started
the
as
prison.
a teacher's
Over here across from the Walls unit.
I don't know where it was.
Yeah.
I think it was on Avenue N.
Avenue N.
Yeah.
You're blue today. Look at that.
I am blue.
It's a good blue.
Dun, 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 dun.
Taylor's blue. Y'all go cheer her up and set up an account today.
Come set up an account. Bring your little $10. Set up a little savings account.
What's been going on? How's everything going? It's been a week. We moved back into the studio.
Well,
Welcome back.
I do have a complaint.
What happened?
So, McDonald's. I don't know what y'all are doing. This is the second day in a row where I've spilt coffee on myself. I'm a professional coffee drinker.
Why don't you drink coffee here? And then you don't have to worry about spilling coffee on you from McDonald's. You just get our coffee here. It's no charge.
Why are you yelling at me? I do. I wanted both.
Okay.
I wanted both. But I had already got my McDonald's coffee, and oh no, I broke this. Rob, I broke it.
What is it? Oh, it comes off. Don't worry. Yeah, just lay it there. It's fine.
So I don't know what they're doing with the lids.
I wish the camera was zoomed in on Taylor because she's like, oh, I broke it. Do it again. Do it again.
No, I can't force panic. But I don't know what they're doing with the lids. But this is the second day in a row that I've dribbled coffee on
Which
myself.
one do you go to? Which Mickey D's?
This one.
The Sam Houston one?
No,
or
the 11th Street.
11th Street. Boy, that is confusing now.
I love it.
I don't like that right lane that used to be only a turn lane, and now it's a turn and a straight. Only because if people are going to go straight, now they're going to block people that are turning right.
Okay, I could see that.
And can I say, I'm all about promoting positive.
Promote that positive.
But why are you doing like the major construction
in the middle of the
in
day?
in the morning? Because back in my hometown, they resurfaced roads and did all this overnight.
Okay.
And it probably cost a little bit more, but man, I'm telling you, the last few, and it's all good. It's all good. I'm glad we're getting the updates because I used to complain about all the ugly power lines hanging over that intersection at 45 and 11th. I was like, that is so hideous.
Well, I was
But
complaining
they fixed it.
that it took me an extra 5 minutes to get to work.
Unbelievable.
And I was like, ew, it takes me 8 minutes to get to work. Now it's taking me 12 to 13. That's obnoxious. But now that it's open and fixed, I'm like, this is fantastic. This is fantastic.
There's a turning lane like coming if you're going over the bridge and you're heading over to like the Rodeo Shopping Center. I call it the Rodeo because I love Delphina. That's my girl.
We do.
That's
We
my
love
girl.
her.
And
She has accounts with us.
Her and Tilio. Those are my peeps over there. I ran into Tilio at Home Depot and I didn't remember who he was, and I was like, dude, do I know you? And he was smiling at me all weird.
He's like,
and
I
was
know
like,
you.
are you from Georgetown? And he's like, no. And then
Keep going.
I couldn't remember who it was. And then I go into Rodeo and Delphina's shaking her head. And she's like, you hurt Tilio's feelings. I said, why? She said, you ran into him at Home Depot and didn't know who he was. You thought he was from Georgetown.
But you knew that you knew him.
Yeah,
But you know a lot of people.
yeah, but that's bad. Like
That's pretty bad.
Poor guy.
It must be being in your 40s.
Yeah, 42. 41. You're in your mid-30s, though. Are you early 30s?
I am not in my mid-30s. I am
Early
about to be in my mid-30s.
Yeah. 30,
Upper,
34.
upper, lower.
Is it rude to ask someone what their age is?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think if you get offended by that, you're too sensitive. You know what I'm saying?
I do. So I will be 34 this year.
34. Congratulations. Welcome to 34.
I'm not there yet.
When is it?
August
August what?
21st.
What's your social? No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, what?
August the 20th. Oh, is that going to fall on a Wednesday?
It's falling on a Friday.
Ah, okay. You don't want to come on the show on a Friday. That'd be boring for your birthday. August the...
So my daughter's is the 12th. Mine's the 21st.
Ah, okay. All right. Oh, that is a Wednesday. We get to say happy birthday to your daughter on air.
Oh, okay. I was like, I definitely just checked, and mine is definitely on a
Yeah,
Friday.
the 12th is a Wednesday.
Yeah. So typically that's the week that school starts.
Ah, okay.
Maybe she could come on the show for her birthday.
You know what? I got some really good news for everybody out there, especially Taylor Chandler and Walker County Federal Credit Union.
Uh-oh.
Today is episode 696, right?
696.
Oh, sorry.
Awkward.
I thought that 700 was going to fall on Wednesday. It's going to fall on Tuesday. Unless I get sick and something happens.
I don't want to wish you being sick,
No.
but maybe you're looking a little
Wouldn't that be cool if 700 fell on Wednesday, but it's not? But wouldn't that be cool?
It would be cool.
Sorry.
Wow, that
You get
was
to be
really exciting.
You get to be 699. You just
no, I'll be 701.
I watched Anchorman 2 last night, and the way that you just said that would be really cool, you reminded me of that secretary woman that's with Brick. You know who I'm talking about?
No idea, but I bet she's the coolest.
No.
Oh.
Do you know that movie?
No.
All right, hold on.
I wasn't okay. So this is probably the most controversial thing I've said on air.
Wait, hold on. Is it okay to say it?
Maybe.
Oh.
I don't like Will Ferrell.
Oh, you and my wife both. Why? How could you not like that guy?
He's.
All right. You said something just then. Kristen Wiig. That's her
Oh
name.
yeah.
Yeah,
She's so cute.
You reminded me of her and something that you just said. I never was like a really big fan of her until recently.
She's so funny. She is in a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like in that movie, it was funny because at the end they get married and they're at the beach and then they do their own vows, and they're out of it. Okay,
Right.
they're like in La La Land all the time.
Right.
And he's reading his vows and he's like, "My favorite memory of you was when we used to take our dates at the soda machine, and to show how kind of a person you are, someone had dropped their wallet and you opened up the wallet and you took all the money and you gave it to me and then you threw the wallet in the trash. That is so kind of you." And then she's like, "My favorite thing about you is that you love me for all that I am and all of my debt and my 35 ferrets." And just
35?
Yeah.
That feels like a lot of ferrets. As somebody with lots of dogs, that feels like excessive amount of ferrets.
Yeah, that's a lot of like rodent.
Don't ferrets stink?
That's a lot of rodent. You know?
So pet snakes.
Yeah.
Did you do a pet snake?
No. My cousin had one. I used to go buy the mice for him. You know, he and I would go buy the
Frozen
mice.
mice or-
No, they were live mice. It was
Okay.
sad,
Well, life.
Yeah.
Life is sad.
I guess.
I follow a girl on TikTok that she plays the Jurassic Park Sims game. like a simulator, like Jurassic Park, and she's come to the conclusion that Jurassic Park wouldn't have been a disaster if they would have used more appropriate settings for the animals that they had housed. Like if they were to let them be more
open range,
interactive, and more, I'm thinking of the wrong word, but like where they more
open range.
Not open range. If they were more like interactive for like their needs, like instead of just putting them in a little tin thing and being like, all right, this is what you get. Like if they like let their mice run,
open range. They have an area to run
and chase their food and live life the way.
Yes, open. Welcome back in, everybody. No, I'm not a fan of Jurassic Park. The first one was great, and after that, it's too much. And I think that we live in a world to where we just need to be happy with what we get. What do you say to children? You get what you get, and you don't
pitch a fit.
Yeah, and you don't do that at all.
I tell that to everybody. You get what you get, and you don't pitch a fit.
You do not throw that fit out.
Unless I'm at work, and then we make it work. You don't have to pitch a fit.
I just think that sometimes we try to do too much, and we need to slow down, and we need to stop, and we just need to be thankful for what we have in the moment that we have it. Mm-hmm. Because there are so many people, especially right now, you see all of the war and things that are going on all over the world. And I'm not just talking about the Middle East, but everywhere there's conflict now. Mm-hmm. And we live in that world. And I'm not being political. I'm just stating the obvious. And we've been in that world for a long time. But I want to say something that I don't want it to be controversial because, like...
Hold on a second.
What happened?
No,
it's nothing bad. But especially young people. When I say young people, I'm talking about me, you, like, what generation are you?
We're millennials.
So you're millennial too. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of in that like bubble.
You're a millennial.
Yeah, but we'll just say it for the sake of this discussion. In reality, our generation has not had to face hardship the way that our parents and grandparents have.
We have been given almost everything.
And I think that a lot of that is the reason why things are the way they are, because we've never had to sacrifice as much as especially our grandparents. You think about the Great Depression and the world wars that they had to go through, and I pray that we don't have to.
Well, society goes in this pattern of, great things. Sorry, circle of. We want what's better for our children, but what we do is lead to their downfall by giving them everything. Mm-hmm. And it's a loop that keeps looping around.
Yeah. And I don't ever want to ever have to, and especially I don't want my children to have to go through anything. But I think that's why it's so important that we educate our children and young people. And it's why it's important that our parents educate us on what our grandparents had to go through. Because we have not had to face the biggest event that's happened in my lifetime. When I can think of two huge events that have happened in my lifetime, 9/11 and COVID.
Yeah.
And
I hate to say this, neither really affected. I mean, COVID did.
Yeah.
But neither really affected. Well, I guess COVID really did affect my life.
COVID did, and like mentally, 9/11 affected me because the world.
You remember it.
The world has never felt the same to me since 9/11. I'll be honest. It has never, ever felt the same.
Yeah.
There was never this talk of terrorism the way that there is now. Mm-hmm. Pre-9/11, we knew about terrorism. We knew about the Unabomber in 93 at the World Trade Center. You knew about these things, the Olympic Park bombing that happened in Atlanta, Georgia.
But it made it real.
But 9/11 changed the whole purview of that word, in my opinion. And there is not one day of my life that goes by that for some reason I don't think about that day.
It's interesting.
And I don't know why. 2001, it pops into my head every... And I don't want to... And please hear what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to downplay tragic things that have happened because there's been a lot of tragedy. I mentioned...
I mean, we could list sad, unfortunate things all day.
But there's never been anything on a mass scale like what our grandparents had to face in the Great Depression, or what the sacrifices that our country had to make during World War II, where women had to go to work to support the country, and that changed the course. And I think
better.
Yeah, for better, absolutely. And I think because of those things, our generation has never had to face adversity the way that they had to face adversity. There was no such thing as credit cards back then. If you didn't have the money, you didn't get it.
Correct.
And now we live in a world to where if J.G. Wentworth, it's my money and I need it now. Dun, 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 dun. 877 cash now. See?
I miss those commercials. But you're
But
right.
you get what I'm saying? And I don't mean it in a negative talk. I want to put things in perspective for people this morning to slow down and be grateful for what we have, because we have it a whole lot better than our grandparents had it as far as that goes. Now, as far as like the traditions and the culture, I want to go back to like my grandparents' day and age.
I wish there was more of a balance between the two. Where, like I said, my whole and statements where this can be true and this can be true. Yeah. But sometimes it'd be nice if it wasn't.
Yeah.
Like, I wish we could have all of, especially me, especially as we're on the air right now, I love social media. I am obsessed with social media. I know this about myself. I would love to not be.
Oh, okay.
I wish social media wasn't a thing.
Do you want to take a social media fast with me for a week?
Okay.
I've done this before, and it's a huge part of what I do for business, but I've done it.
So there's a girl in my office, Becca, that she came in yesterday and she gave up sweets, social media, and I don't know, something else. She gave up 3 things.
I gave up spaghetti, sweets, and social media. I'm not mocking her. I'm just saying, like, I'm thinking of things like that.
Spaghetti. That's
spaghetti
weird.
And social media.
I mean, I guess if you were eating spaghetti a whole lot. But I was like, man, I wish I could do that. And I'm like, why can't I? But then the anxiety that it causes me to get off social media, I'm like, oh, what if I miss something? And I'm like, what am I going to miss?
Yeah, just turn on the news. You pick up.
I can't. I haven't watched the news in so long.
Well, then just, substitute. You just turn on the TV and catch up on the news a little bit, and then you're back in.
But how do I know what this stranger that I've never met in life, how am I going to know what they're doing? What are they going to have for dinner? I don't know, because I'm not on social media. But I would like to get off of it, because it's not real. Social media is not real.
There is this perception, and I've been mindful of this. I used to post a lot of like selfies of like me taking pictures, like, look who I'm with, and not thinking like, and it's not a bad thing. Like, I don't want to think, you're making me like, why do you always think negative? I'm not thinking negative of myself. But, and like last night I took a picture. I was at Crockett, and, I was with my buddy Don Jackson, who was our associate pastor here. He came into the game with me. I mean, that was fun. But like back in the day, I'd be like, oh, I'm with Tony Parker's dad. And like, who cares? Like, who cares, dude? I go back and look at the things. It was like I was trying to say, like, look who I'm with. Who cares?
Yeah.
I would much rather now promote someone else.
The flip of that is like, so I feel like cringy posting workout videos.
But you do.
But I do. And because every now and then I'll get a message saying, hey, you've really seeing that you're still doing this and committing. I'm like, oh.
You're trying to get that. You're trying to get that clout, and you're trying to get that cash. You know what I'm saying?
I do make money off of it. I'm not going to deny that is a.
Does it pay well, or is it like $30, $10?
It's consistent. It's consistent income for me to post. If everybody wants to follow me on the Facebook, that'd be cool. So I can make a little bit more. But
I only get like $50 a month, and I had last month like 320,000 interactions or views.
That's a lot.
And I got $50.
Well, what's irritating is some of my videos, like I have one right now that's got like 8,000 views and it's made like 15 cents. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, I don't understand how that works.
But then I have one that has no pictures or anything and it's made $2. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother story. But I mean, so I do. Now you make me feel bad. Yeah, like I do like the clout. I'm not gonna lie. That's stupid. There's nothing wrong with that. But also, I really do like the idea that I am helping encourage somebody because your girl's lazy. I don't like to eat.
You're not late. Don't say that. I mean, definitely.
I am one of those people. I am naturally lazy. I want nothing more than to sit on my couch and eat my bonbons and watch Bridgerton, which if you haven't seen is really good. But I choose to not be that.
It's hard.
It is hard.
It's good that you're in that motivation now because as you get older, it only gets worse. And I was thinking, it's funny you mentioned this because I was thinking on the way in that I don't exercise anymore. I don't do anything anymore.
10,000 steps. You're supposed to do 10,000 steps
a
a day. That's 5 miles. I don't walk 5 miles.
I have been extremely, especially, I don't know what, I was telling my wife this last night. I got home, from the game. And I know that but really, people think that I go a lot, but I really don't. I mean, I'm always on the move, but it's not like this. It's not like I'm out swinging an axe, chopping down trees. You know what I'm saying? But these past like 2 months have been the most exhaustive months that I've ever had in my life. And I'm always tired, but I have been flat out exhausted, and I do not understand why. And people tell me to take a break. I do not like taking breaks because of, don't get me wrong, like I like to pause, of course, but I don't like to not be doing something, because the way my mind is I always have to be doing something. And secondly, if I do stop, then I just go to sleep. And a perfect example of this is the only 2 real vacations. And a real, let's have this discussion. What is a real vacation to you? Like, legitimately, what is a real vacation? How many days? What do you do?
I wouldn't say days. Mine is leaving a 100-mile perimeter.
So you could have a vacation in a day? Like a day vacation?
Yeah, a
See,
vacation.
I can't do that. For me, a vacation has to be 7 days. There's something about 7 days and being totally disconnected
So
from
we were
everything.
talking outside. I love being at my house. I love being home. I have been very fortunate to take very long vacations. I've had, 21-day vacations before.
How'd you do that?
Go overseas.
Little cloud over here.
It wasn't from Facebook. But stop it. But it's after a certain amount of time, it's not relaxing anymore. Like, I stress about what's going on in my house. I get peopled out, and you really don't know somebody until you've traveled with them, and then you're stuck.
Yeah. I like to, it's funny you mention that, because I like to be at home. And I frequently say, and I don't mean it rudely, but I'll just say, I just want to be left alone.
Yeah.
And as much as I enjoy conversing and talking to people, and especially being in ministry, I love helping families. That's a whole different deal, because to me, that's like what I'm called to do. That's what we're all called to do, is to be there for somebody.
But sometimes you got to be there for you first. You got to fill your cup first.
But I just I just want to be left. Like, I get annoyed. It's like 6 o'clock. My phone starts ringing. I'm like, it's 6 o'clock at night. I got 2 children. Why are you calling me? It's 6 o'clock at night.
Well,
when and I don't mean it rudely, but it annoys the fire out of me.
I'm going to start texting you at all hours. No, I'm not. Just kidding.
Yeah, don't do that.
But like, I sent a video to my man friend about wanting to do things together separately. Like, I don't want to interact. I want you to do something over there, and I want me to do something over here. I just want you in my vicinity, but I don't want to interact. Like, that's relaxing to me. Like, that is like, I want you in my bubble, independently doing things, so that if I wanted you, you're right there. But like, I don't need
the constant. Yeah.
And that makes me happy. Is just being in the bubble.
Stand by. Breaking news here on Good Morning Huntsville. Taylor has said the word man friend.
My man friend.
Breaking news.
It's not. It's not breaking news. Oh my God. He doesn't even watch this.
That was pretty good. He doesn't even know that you do it.
He's going to be like, thanks for putting that out there.
Oh, that's great. Good job, Taylor.
Without even saying any names.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, hey, let's take a break. There is a couple of National Day things. I know you got to get rolling in about 5 minutes. So let's take a brief break. We'll come back. We'll wrap up the show. Let us know what you're thankful for today. I want to go over some of the SOSH people talking this morning. And then I would also like to give some birthday shout-outs, because we have
Birthdays.
So we will take a very brief break. Taylor Chandler joining us from Walker County Federal Credit Union, and we will be right back after this. Stay with us, please.
Ready for a better way to bank? Join Walker County Federal Credit Union today. As a member, you'll enjoy low-cost loans, no annual fees, and easy online access. We're not just a credit union. We're a community dedicated to your financial success. Experience friendly service tailored for just you. Why wait? Join us online at walkercountyfcu.com or drop by our location at 1802 Normal Park Drive, Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
At At Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, we're not just a place where children pass the time. We are not a daycare. We are a child care center focused on the growth, learning, and discovery. Every day, children engage in meaningful activities that build confidence, independence, and a love for learning. From reading and math to social and practical life skills, our students are active participants in their development. Ready to give your child something more? Visit tomorrowspromise.info and discover what makes our school different. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Education you can trust.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Hey friend, Rob Hipp here for Elliott's Jewelers. The new year is here, and what a better way to start out the new year than celebrating the moments that matter the most. And you can do that with Elliott's Jewelers here in Huntsville. Whether it's an engagement, an anniversary, a birthday, or maybe just a fresh start, Elliott hand selects every diamond, and he creates meaningful pieces that are designed just for you. There's no crowded showroom, no pressure, just personal attention and jewelry that tells your story. So again, start the new year with something timeless. It's Elliott's Jewelers here in Huntsville by appointment only. Book online at elliotsjewelers.com.
Back at it here on Good Morning Huntsville.
Good morning.
Brought to you by Walker County Federal Credit Union, full-service community credit union serving Walker County since Heinz 1957.
I say that in my head every time.
Heinz 1957. Welcome back at it. Taylor Chandler joining us here. Thank you all so much for being a part of the show. It's always a lot of fun. We do have a lot to be thankful for. Taylor, what are you thankful for today? You know, I didn't ask you that, but what are you thankful for on this Walker County Federal Credit Union
Walker County
Wonderful Wednesday?
Wonderful Wednesday. My baby woke up in a very sweet mood today, which is getting more often, and it's very fantastical. But not only that, is she picked out my outfit today. Yeah, so if y'all see me today, check my fit. My kid did it. It's nice to have, this is not a thankful thing. So my kid almost burned my house down.
Not a thankful thing.
Not a thankful thing. But guys, if squirrel, plug, if you don't, check your little smoke alarms. Check those. Make sure the batteries are good. You never know. Your kid may decide to make you dinner one night and not make you dinner. Just set things on fire. So check those. That's very important to me right now.
Well, you're thankful that your house didn't burn
I
down.
did, because I was complaining that my taxes went up last Wednesday.
Did you get that figured out yet?
No. I did call and I was like, hey, I can't afford this. And they said, okay, well, what if we stretch it out to 48 months to 60 months? And I was like, perfect. And so it went up $200 instead of $600. So we'll take that. But I'm very thankful for the opportunity to have something to complain about.
There you go. That is something to be thankful for.
I am so blessed to be stressed. I am having the stress that I have prayed for.
We've talked about it on the show. Bring hardship and it will happen.
It will
sometimes
happen.
we need to be broken before we can be fixed. And that is a scary thing to pray about. But you know what? Sometimes it's the right thing to pray about.
First world problems, and I'm very thankful.
Hey, today is National Sons Day. Caden, I love you, little buddy. That is my little buddy. I call him my handsome ham.
Aww.
And today is National Sons Day. So I wanted to say to my boy, one day when he finds this on the internet searching for his daddy, here I am, son, right now on March the 4th, 2026. You are watching this in 2050 on replay. And I want you to know how much I appreciate you and how much I love you. And thank you for making me a boy dad. My son, Caden Malcolm Hipp, named middle name after my dad, who I miss. But Caden, I love you, Bubba, and I will always love you forever. My handsome ham.
Oh, that was so sweet.
Kind of saddened me a little bit because I was thinking if he's watching in 2050, that's like 30 years from now, I'll be 70 something. I can't wait to go back and find this.
You're like, I'm going to set a reminder.
Yeah, I love you, buddy. And thank you for becoming an NFL star and taking care of your daddy. I really appreciate that.
Just wishful. Putting that in the universe.
Or the Spurs. Thank you for playing for the Cowboys and the Spurs.
First, be the first to play professionally in both.
Deion Sanders did, though. He played baseball and football.
Look at me. I know nothing about sports.
But good guess because you wouldn't have thought that. And I think he even played each game, like he played a baseball game and a football game on the same day.
That seems excessive.
That's legit.
That is physically, that hurts me.
So thank you, son, for taking care of your daddy.
Dear old daddy.
Yeah, that's why I had you. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, my boys, I don't.
Your pups.
My boys.
They're
I call
your
them.
boys, yeah.
Those are my boys.
I used to call Mac my son before we had Caden.
Well, like I don't have sons, so I have my boys, and I call them. I'm like, everybody's like, oh, I gotta go let the boys out.
There you go.
Talking about social media, did you see the video that I posted about the comments? Okay.
I'll have to go find that.
You'll have to go find it. People bully me online. We've talked about this before, but
just ignore them. You don't give into that stuff.
I give into it.
Yeah, but you shouldn't because that's what the 1% feeds on. They feed on that. They want. It's just like growing up. You don't feed a bully because he's going to keep bullying you. Who cares? Move on. That's because they have nothing better in life, so they just want to bring down somebody else. They get joy out of bringing other people down.
Well, like I am a very sensitive person, a very empathetic person. So like whenever maybe that's not the right word. So when people, I'm like, what is going on with you that you feel like it's okay to bully me? Like what about you feels better making me feel less? Like what does that do for you? And some people are just generally unhappy with themselves. And instead of just accepting the way life is, it's easier to get mad at other people.
I think what the thing is, people have been through a lot, and it's probably one, the environment that they grew up in. But secondly, I think that's why it's so important that we focus on what our purpose is in life. And our purpose is is through a relationship with Jesus Christ. We find our purpose and our meaning of why we're here. We're here for community. We're here to lift each other up. And I think whenever you don't have a mission and you don't have a vision and you don't feel like you don't know what your purpose is.
And you're generally unhappy.
Yeah.
You need to figure that out.
Yep.
Go to church, sit in the stuck and figure it out.
You want me to say something really mind-blowing?
Yeah, I do.
Instead of going to church, how about you come into a relationship with Jesus Christ?
Oh, that's one up in me. I'll take that. Okay.
Yeah. But here's the thing. How do you grow in your relationship with the Lord? You get around a community of believers that will lift you up and encourage you.
Which is not necessarily
So see, it's
church.
kind of a trick question. No, it is. It's good to be at a church. I think church is very important because you're around, like you go to Bible studies on Wednesday night, that community.
Yeah.
That's church. You're part of a community of believers. We need that to lift each other. Paul, the original church, spoke to people wherever they were at. He spoke in homes. He spoke in public places. That's church, getting people together. And of course, now we have physical buildings that people meet in, but people also meet in their homes. They meet in the community, but we need to have that community of believers. We need to have that fellowship.
Are you taking people to church right now?
Not to promote FBC, but this church has dramatically changed my life spiritually because of our pastor and his leadership, because of what the Lord has done through him. I would never be where I'm at faith-wise, if that makes sense.
Walk.
I mean, in my walk. I mean, I was already a believer, but I have grown so much in my relationship and dependency on the Lord thanks to Pastor Jason and this church through what the Lord has done through them. Here's the deal. When I was doing all my sports stuff, I was so inundated with all that I thought that was my world, and I thought I was a believer. I was a Christian. But here was the deal. I was not active in my walk. I would think more about, man, I can't wait to go to that game instead of, man, I can't wait to go and talk to this person and try to lift them up because I know they're going through something. Now that's what drives me. I feel like that's my purpose, is to find people that are hurting, that are lost, and find a way to lift them up and encourage them any way that I can. And that is only done through the joy of the Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Done. See you later, Taylor. Have a great day.
I'm like, how do I follow up that? You right. When you write, you right.
No. So anyways, birthdays real quick. None locally that I know of, but I do want to send a shout out to a friend of mine, Curtis Parker. Curtis was at Georgetown ISD, probably still is. He allowed us the privilege to broadcast. That was my first broadcasting gig up there at Georgetown. And so, Curtis, happy birthday to you. Kelly Duvall, who took over the reins with Wally Harmon for my Georgetown broadcast. It is Kelly's birthday. Happy birthday to you as well. My former accountant, Chris Barrick, it is his birthday. Happy birthday, Chris. And hey, Megan Brooks, it's her birthday today. I knew Megan from back in the youth group days. A couple of birthdays locally happened a couple of days ago. One of them is Miss Teresa Ringo. Happy belated birthday, Teresa. I'm sorry that we missed your birthday. You got any?
Not anybody I actually talked to.
Perfect. So happy
birthday to all those folks.
Happy birthday. It's also National Hug a GI Day today, so you cannot be a stranger hugger today.
What is a GI?
It's government. It's military. You know, you go hug a military person.
I'm like a general inspector.
You just go hug a GI Day today, you know?
I did. So
how could you ooh that? Look at that. Look, you cannot. That's a child hugging a soldier.
Why are you...
See? You need to quit your stinking thinking right there, man. Get over the stranger hugger. That is a special hug.
I want to point out that Amy that was up here, I hugged her unprecedented without any issues.
Didn't even think about it.
Didn't even think about it.
Wow.
So I do hug people. So I think we didn't say this, but Amy and I have known each other for almost 20 years. Hopefully she's not upset that I said that. But from my experience at Sam, she was one of the people that I looked up to whenever I was going to school. She was very helpful. She let me vent to her quite often. Very fantastical.
Need that.
We needed that. And, I gave her a hug. And it wasn't even weird. I then shook the other two people's hands. But I was like, oh. And then I was like, nobody even saw I gave a hug. It happened.
It did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we don't have camera right there to see that. So
that's good because I also picked my nose out there.
It did happen. Hey, by the way, hello to Jamie Saucier, Jennifer Augustinetti. Good to see you on. Our friend Autumn Wheaton. Bill Doggett, County Commissioner, Precinct 3. Congratulations to Mr. Bill for always taking care of our county. Precinct 3, he's a great man. We love you, buddy. Always good to see. He's also the president of the Huntsville Rotary Club.
Nice.
Quentin Glaze.
They're doing their pancake dinner.
No, that's the Kiwanis.
Oh, Lord.
Coming up Friday.
Yeah.
It's really good. Yeah, we'll try to have Brian Mathis on Friday. Kyle Kreiner, good morning to you.
Hi, Kyle.
Jennifer Augustinetti, happy 37th anniversary. It would have been weird if her parents were 37. Happy 37th anniversary to her parents, Donna and Raymond. Blessed to have parents like mine.
Fantastic.
So happy 37th anniversary to you. And Donna was joining us this morning. So happy anniversary. Well, that'll wrap it up. Taylor, anything going on at the Cred? Give us some quick updates. I know you got to get rolling. Thanks for hanging out on an extended show. Seems like it's always extended.
There's always great things happening. Oh, it's because I like to talk, and I'm so sorry.
No, it's all right.
There's always great things happening at the credit union. Always. We've got
great. You're just leave it at that.
Empty space. We've got obviously our great loan rates. We're doing quite a few RV, quite a few boat loans right now. We have a lot going on tax season. People getting their little refunds in. We are busy right now. We are very busy. If you call in, give us some grace during this season because we helping people. We're helping people. Big tips right now with your credit cards and debit cards. We're getting a lot of fraud. A lot of fraud. The scammers are hitting it hard right now. They want your money.
And they want it now.
It's their money. No. Please be mindful of where you are using your debit cards. Mm-hmm. Please be mindful of where you're putting in your information. It's fine. But please be mindful of where you're putting your information in. Do not trust a plethora of sites. If you're sending people money on Venmo or PayPal, if you do not know them, send it through the business because then you can get your money back. But if not, if you send it friends and family, we cannot help you. Mm-hmm. Just be mindful of who you were giving your information to. Hey, we're never going to call you and ask for your social. and ask for your account number. We are never going to call that. We are never going to text you and be like, hey, what's your PIN number? That is never going to happen. Please feel free to call us to verify. Hang up on that person. As somebody who makes lots of phone calls, feel free to hang up and call back and be like, I wasn't sure if that was you or not. It does not hurt my feelings. Do what you need to do to protect yourself. We will never be upset with you for doing what you think you need to do to keep your financial self safe.
All right. Well, there is your very important Walker County Federal Credit Union security update. So, well, friends, that will wrap it up. 9:13 is the time. We'll be back tomorrow. Coach Phil Longo joining the show, Sam Houston State University football coach. Excited to have Coach with us, maybe even a couple of players. And it will be a Thankful Thursday with Jason Bay, First Baptist Church. For Taylor Chandler, I'm Rob Hipp. And a big thank you to Sam Houston State University. It was great to have Amy and John on this morning. As I end every show, reminding you today that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We're not. So please provide a word of encouragement, lend a hand of support. I promise somebody out there today needs you. And if you get a chance, come by First Baptist Church and give Molly a hug. She'd love to give you a hug. We'll see you. Yeah.
I do hug you. I do enjoy Molly hugs.
See you, Taylor. Thank y'all.
Bye.